You ever been listening to someone speak and they're just going off on all of these different tangents and you just want to shake them and say, "You've lost me. I have no idea what you're saying. Can you please just get to the point?" And I don't want it to seem like I'm calling anybody out because oftentimes the things that bug us and other people are the things that actually bug us about ourselves, and I'm definitely guilty of that one. The other form of communication that, can rub us the wrong way is when it seems like the person's more interested in boosting themselves up than sharing ideas that will build other people up. And these are the same kind of communication problems that Paul is correcting the Corinthians for in his first letter to them. He's saying their speech has been driven by their pride, and then in chapter 14, he's specifically talking about spiritual gifts, but the principle at the bottom of it still applies to today. He's saying, you're speaking in a way that kind of seems good to you, but it's not helping anybody else. And he says it's better if you were to say 5 words that would instruct somebody than 10,000 words that nobody can understand. And that's the same thing that we should think as well. We want to be clear and concise in our speech, and especially when we're talking about the Word of God. So then you might wonder, well, how do we do that? Well, Paul continues to say exactly how we could do that. It's by not being childlike in our understanding. Now, this is different than being childlike in our faith, which is showing that we just have a trusting dependence on God. But he tells us to be mature in our understanding. How we do that? We spend time in the Bible, we engage in deep study, we talk with Christian mentors, we sit under a pastor who dives into the Word well every single Sunday. And then the better we understand the Bible, the better we're able to explain it to others. The mark of true understanding is if you could put it in simple, clear, and concise words. So that's what Paul is calling us to do, and that's how we should share the Word of God.